June is Icons Month at IGN, where we're profiling iconic video game industry figures, characters, series, and themes. Today, we talk to Brenda Romero, iconic video game designer and creator of Doom, and iconic video game designer Brenda Romero on the state of first-person shooters and role-playing games in 2020.
Basic elements of FPSs have been around for a long time. They've just started looking a lot better. There haven't been any really major big changes, except for maybe, say, Call of Duty, where you have an objective-based progression model. Or Half-Life 2, which introduced a lot of storytelling and a lot of, I guess, pacing and variety, well balanced over the entire experience. Those games really do show, like, here are some really great examples of some pillars, some new pillars in the genre. Things like Battle Royale, like Battle Royale just appeared. That's not like the be-all end-all, because what it is it's just another mode of deathmatch. It's not like a whole new type of shooter. It's a shooter. It's just in a bigger map, and it has a lot more people, and it ends within a specific time. So it's cool. It's a cool rule set for deathmatch, and you could apply that to everything. When you can apply a design like that to every game, then that's not like the future of the genre. That is a really cool feature of the genre now. So that's kind of permanently part of it. But I'd say, with Doom Eternal, the fast pace of the game, the levels are bigger, but it's really like how good that game looks and how fast you move in it. That is one aspect of shooters. And shooters aren't just going in the same direction. Like Call of Duty, it has nailed multiplayer better than pretty much everything, and it looks great. Precision's great, but if you look at a game like Ghost Recon Wildlands or Breakpoint, you have games with gigantic, like World of Warcraft sized locations. It's like it's a planet that streams, and you can fly around and land anywhere and get into a fight. And in a fight is like there's no designation. You just feel like you have entered a level without it loading anything. You've just entered a space and now you're in a level. And if you lose, you just kind of appear outside the space that you just attacked. And that's a really cool direction as well, but it's not the future of the genre. It's just another, I guess it's another part of the FPS design vocabulary that you can choose to go after if you're going to make a new one.
The biggest change that I have seen in RPGs is how they have become a part of other genres. So if you take something like Borderlands, has a very heavy RPG element to it. MMOs obviously have a huge RPG component, but we're starting to see players wanting to create their own sense of identity and have their own agency within a game and see what they've done reflected on who they are as the character in the game. And that's all about role-playing. And so games that you might not ever have thought of having this role-playing element where you're building your character up suddenly do. And so I think that role-playing has, I think that's really the biggest change, is that it's just become this mainstream expected part of games that players want to see themselves reflected in game worlds. I think it's incredible. Like I know, like in the current game that I'm working on, we've really wanted you, and players, in fact, really wanted, this was even before we had added some story elements, players are like, am I going to have missions to do with so-and-so? So they were already really excited about it, even though you're putting them into the shoes of an actual real world gangster that's already had a life and has a backstory. They still wanted to get in there and build that role themselves.